Hey everyone, how are you guys doing? I hope everyone's doing very well. Today I'm talking about an issue, okay, an ongoing issue, an issue which is going on since quite some time now, and I felt like I need to address it. It's time that I addressed it. Okay, it's artist related, it is music industry related, live music industry related, Bangalore specific. There is this artist managing company basically, right, which provides gigs to artists, all kinds of artists like solo artists, bands, also solo musicians like pianists, etc. Now they are causing a lot of issue while paying artists. I can always take their names. I can take the name of the person, the name of the company, but I don't need to do that. Why? Because everybody already knows them. Everybody already knows them as the company who doesn't pay on time, who always does delays, who takes 4 months, 6 months to make payments. Right? That is what has become their reputation. Can you imagine? That is what their identity is now. And this reputation is not of today. This reputation, this name has not come from now. I know them from the last 10 years. I have worked with them since 8-10 years. And from that time only, I know them as that. How? Because the artists who I worked with, the other fellow singers, fellow musicians that I worked with, they only told that same thing. There's this instance when I was doing a show for them for the first time, many years ago, like easily 8 years ago. Right? And the other lady who was singing with me, I didn't even ask her anything. But the first thing that she said was, "Man, they'll never pay on time." That was the introduction. That was the literal introduction that they gave me of them. Right? So I know of them as those people who don't pay on time from that time only, and it is not my judgment. From a lot of other people I've heard many stories. And at one point I also confronted them, got a chance to meet that person, and I asked them, why is it like that? Your reputation is so ruined. Why don't you guys pay on time? And they didn't have any answer. But when you want to hide your flaws, what do? You point fingers at others. So that is what they did. They pointed fingers at a lot of other artist managers, other companies, their competition, saying that, this is what they do, this is what that person does, this. Because of that, they are able to pay on time. But why are you not able to pay on time? That they were not able to answer ever. They never had an answer for that. I'm just revealing all these things because it's been a long time and now I'm connecting the dots. So only specific gigs I had started taking, regular gigs I was not doing with them because of this issue, this irregularity. And this year, they have done the heights. This year, they have literally not paid artists from 7 months now. Like I'm talking about payments of New Year, Christmas, the gigs that we did in New Year, Christmas of 2025. Right? People are still waiting for the payment of that. It's the end of June right now of 2026. Right? July is about to enter in a couple of days. It's been 6, 7, 8 months and people have not received their payments. And so, like this is the worst that they have done. The worst, they have outdone themselves is what I would say. I somehow got my payment still from them because I did not give up. I was relentless. I ended up showing at their house. I ended up literally, going to their place. This is the first time I have done something like this. I have never needed to go to someone's house, someone's place to collect a payment. I have never done this. I've been doing live since 10 years now in this city, and we've never had these kind of situations where we have had to do this, because every other music manager, artist manager, event manager, all these companies, they all pay on time, or there will be some delay of about, say, a month. Anyway, we know that the 45 days cycle is there. 45 days we anyway wait. From the gigs day, from that date to 45 days we anyway wait. That is the known norm, the standard industry norm. Beyond that, there can be some delay sometimes because of certain kind of issues, company issues, venue issues. The payments are not being released from the venue, etc. We understand that also. So there can be a delay of, say, maximum another 15 days, another 20 days, which is about like, say, 2 months maximum. That is what some companies can do once in a while, I'm saying. Very rarely that happens though. But every other manager always pays on time, is what I have seen. We've worked with a lot of different managers. It's not one or two managers I'm talking about, right? Over the 10 years, this entire decade, you can understand how many different people we would have worked with, right? So everybody does their job. Like we've never had these kind of issues. But the reason I'm making this video today is because this is like a very absurd thing, okay? So now I somehow received, how I received my payment, I will tell you. Now my payment was still not that big. It was not that great an amount. It was still I needed, right? I'm not going to let my payment go. So I ended up going to their place. I put some pressure. They didn't expect me over there. They didn't think that I will come over there. But because of the pressure, they released, say, 60-70% of my payment. Okay, they released that much. Now the remaining amount that was there, they gave me that confidence. They told me, assured me, you will get it tomorrow itself. We will give it to you tomorrow through somebody's account or something, because of a lot of issues that they are going through, because of their bank, their own doings. We will transfer it through somebody else. Don't you worry, you will get it tomorrow by hook or crook. They gave me some numbers, also other people's numbers who will transfer and this and that. And I should have not believed that. I kind of believed it, and I came back home. And immediately after that, their brains started working. They started formulating a plan as to how can they not pay me the rest of the amount, which is about, say, 20-30%. They started making up excuses, saying you were late on this particular gig, which is why your payment has been cancelled by the venue itself, the bill has been rejected by the venue, and all kinds of issues. They started making up these excuses, although it is not one gig, though they are like multiple gigs put together, right? That is why it's 30% of amount. But now they are cancelling the entire 30% of amount, saying that you were late for one particular gig. Now I'll tell you the whole thing. Even if you're late by half an hour to a certain gig, out of 3 hours, your playtime is actually only 2.5 hours, because half an hour you're anyway going to take a break. So now if I reached half an hour late, I can do the entire gig 2.5 hours non-stop without taking a break. So my playtime is done. And I remember it was a one of those event kind of days. The venue was very far outskirts mein, and I had to do so many other gigs in the day also. There were multiple gigs. That is why it is always possible that you can reach a little late, because it's a busy day. An artist will be doing multiple gigs that day. Even the venue understands, and they understood, and they enjoyed my performance, and they were okay. They were like, fine. Now after so long, these people are making up these issues, and I knew that it can't be a real issue. It can't be true. So I ended up finding all the information from the venues. Now they are 5-star from 2 properties, from 2 different hotel venues. I found out the financial information. Okay, now 5-star properties, they will not reveal their financial information just like that, right? They won't reveal, they will not share your screenshots and stuff. But I found out they sent me all the screenshots. I got connected to the right person via people, and they sent me the screenshots saying none of your bills were rejected. There was nothing like that at all. All the payments have been cleared to this particular agency from January till now, till April, May. Everything has been cleared from two hotel properties. One is a 5-star property, one is a 3-star property. Okay, and both the properties gave me screenshots as well, as to everything has been cleared. And these are not just gigs that I have done. All the other artists who have been performing from January, December, Feb, March, it's like lakhs and lakhs of rupees every month. Like a lot of course I'm not going to show screenshots here, but I have all the information, right? They gave it to me, and basically they have been receiving the money, but they are not releasing it to the artists. That is the whole thing. Now, because I had all of this information and I was not going to let my, the remaining amount go, I went to their place one more time, second time, to ask for it. And these people had sort of left the city only. That person was missing with his wife and kids. When you ask the people in the house, there were other family members in the house, right? Where are they? Where have they gone? No one was going to say anything. They were all hush hush. They were not going to even reveal where they have gone, when they are going to come back. 2 days, 10 days. One person is saying 10 days, one person is saying 2 days. Why all of this? It's because they were absconding. Okay, and when you use the word absconding in front of them, their ego gets hurt. You're not responding on calls. You're not willing to pay. You're not revealing any information as to where you are, when you're going to pay, nothing. And when you say that you're absconding, they feel bad. Their ego gets hurt. Okay, that is what I saw over there. And it was like a very bad scene. Why? Because I understood that a lot of artists are calling them non-stop. A lot of artists are also trying to show up at their place, maybe. Some artists have also done FIR cases on them, because what else can they do, right? When nobody is picking up, nobody is giving any information, people will definitely try to take legal help. So all of that, and I didn't get any information. Basically, I had to come back home. Nobody was there. Only the concerned person was not there at home. Only they had literally eloped with their wife and kids. Now, the funny part I'm going to tell you is that the 30% amount that I was still supposed to receive, right, somehow it still came to my account. And not through some other person, not through some other people, but through their account only. Okay, it came to me, which they are also not aware of. They also, I'm sure, are not aware of this. But it's like when God wants someone to get paid, no human will be able to stop it. It is like that. So somehow it got wired in, and I received almost that amount. Just a little bit I didn't receive, like a very small part, and which I am letting it go because I don't want to, ruin my peace for that. But ultimately what I'm saying is that most of my payment I basically received through Divine's help. I'm already over this entire issue. I got my payment also. So basically my problem got sorted. But why am I making this video then? Right? I'm making this video for all the other artists who still didn't get anything even till today. Even before making this video, I asked somebody. They said no, there has been no communication. They are saying that they've just dropped a one-liner saying, okay, it will be cleared this month, but there are no traces of it. What happens after 6-7 months of pursuing for your payment for anything? You will ultimately feel like giving up only. Some of the people are not feeling that strong where they are able to show up to their place. They are able to do FIR complaints or something. Every artist is different, right? Everybody is not feeling that powerful, not feeling that empowered. So they are slowly giving up. And it is so sad because their amounts are not even close to mine. Theirs are a lot more than mine. It's gone beyond a lakh. 1.5 lakhs, that kind of amount they are not receiving. It's 1.5 lakhs in Indian currency still is a big amount of money for artists working here in India, right? They are doing small gigs every week for months to slowly pile up to that amount, which means you understand how many gigs they would have done, and it's all going to become free gigs now. Right, so that is the reason I'm making this video, because a lot of these ladies, these girls that I know, my fellow artists only, fellow musicians, singers, they are feeling absolutely helpless, very, very vulnerable. They don't know who to seek help, who to go, how to, find a solution to this, because they are stuck with a lot of money, which they can use for months. They can easily live for 3-4 months to pay their rents, etc. Now the thing is, this particular artist managing company is getting all the payments from the venue and not paying the artist. What are they doing with this money basically? We need to know, right? The artists have the right to know what is happening with your money. If it's not coming to you, but it has been released, where is this money going? This money is being used in other businesses of theirs. They have a lot of other businesses. Okay, that particular company, they do other businesses also. Now they're taking this money, and that has been their trend from the past 8-10 years. That is the reason, as every time you were supposed to receive your payment within 45 days, after 45 days, you never received. It always went to some other kind of investment, some kind of other business that they were doing. And you had to wait for 2-3 months. Finally, they would receive some payment from something. They would receive some profit, and they would give a small share. They would give, okay, 50% you take now, I'll give you later. So they always did this. They always gave your payment like in 50%, 60%. I'll give you later. Wait another 15 days. Wait another 1 month. We'll give. They always would do this. Other artist managers would pay your entire 100% chunk right away. As soon as they get it from the venue, right, they will immediately give it to you. Why is this particular company not able to give it to you? You have to know this, right? They are using it for other businesses of theirs. Like now, how dare you do that? How dare you do that? That is the question. Now, these people have invested all this money, lakhs and lakhs of artist money, in various of their businesses, and they have lost that money. They have not been able to make profit also over there, which is why they have not been able to pay their GSTs. Their bank accounts are frozen, which is why they are using other people's accounts to pay you. Okay, they are not able to make profits with your money also. And now they are expecting the artists to have sympathy for them. Can you believe it? Isn't that absurd? It's absolutely absurd. Where now they are thinking that the artist should have sympathy for me. Please sympathize with me. I have lost your money. I have put your money somewhere else. I don't have it now. So please wait for how many ever months. I'll keep making you wait. I will not respond to any of your calls. And I am not even accountable. And when people call me out, when people call me names, then they are the bad person. That is what the game they are playing. Okay. I mean, we don't care about what you do with your money. You lose it, you gamble it, we don't care at all. But how can you put our money, artists' hard-earned money, into your business and then lose it and then expect us to have sympathy for you? Now, they also might be watching this video, right? Because they are there in my friend list still. Their family members, brothers, their company people, they might be watching this video. And it's an open message to everyone. There is nothing to hide here. If they are also watching, please don't think that we are here to do charity for you. Bro, us artists, we are here to make our money by doing gigs. You are a middleman who is providing gigs to the artists. You are a middleman who is connecting the artist to the venue. The venues need artists, you are providing that. Right? And you're taking a respectful cut for that. You're taking a respectful commission for that. So be happy with that. Be in your place. Don't try to think that you are owning the venue. You're acting like you own the venue, where you're trying to take away the venue's money. And you're making silly excuses like you are late, you are this, you are that. When the venue has already paid me, the venue basically has already paid me. It has not reached me because it has gone via you. It has gone via you and it has gotten stopped at you. But the original thing is the venue has paid me. Right? So if the venue was not having a problem, even if I reached half an hour late and continued the gig successfully for 2.5 hours without taking a break, that means the venue doesn't have a problem. Then who are you to have a problem? Right? Who are you? You're acting like you own the venue, which you do not. You're a middleman, so be at that space. Sometimes when people forget their place, they need to be shown their place. People can talk behind my back, but I will only give an open message. I will only talk in front of everyone. Which is why I'm using the word absurd. Otherwise, I don't use this word just like that. Now, the funny thing is, they have new kids in their house now. Okay? When I went to their house, I saw new children over there. And I was wondering in my head, are they really thinking that they will be able to feed these kids, grow these kids with stolen money? with money that they have stolen over the years. A lot of people, they haven't paid like this year also they are doing this. Are they really going to raise their children with that kind of energy, this stolen energy? I'm sure all these artists are sending bad vibes to them, right? Because everybody is calling, they're not picking up, they're feeling cheated, they're feeling like, man, I was promised, nothing came. A lot of these negative emotions they are creating, basically negative karma they are creating, and not of one artist but so many artists, multiple, like at least 15-20 artists, more than that. I don't even know, a lot more artists they work with. So they are constantly creating this negative energy over months, not 1 month, 2 months, over 7 months, 8 months, and that entire negative energy is piling up with them, and it is also going to go to their children. These new kids that they are having, they are also gonna end up having that negative energy. When I was sitting in their office, when I went to their place in the office, when I was discussing about the payment, they are going on telling me lies right in my face, saying you will receive everything, don't worry, this person will send you, that has been cleared, this has been cleared. There were other people also sitting with me who were their investors or somebody, and they were trying to say all these clean words so that their impression is always nice. They don't want to create a bad impression. That is why they were saying all these things, all these lies in front of these investors also. And the baby, a very newborn young baby, was playing right there next to me, and I was just watching this entire scene. I could just see the whole thing happening, that they are creating ancestral karma, they are creating ancestral curse, negative energy right there in front of my eyes. I could see that happening. Okay, you are not going to be able to raise kids with stolen money, with bad vibes, with bad negative energy, curses that so many people are sending towards you because of what you are doing, right? You can't even tell all these things to them because they will not be able to understand so much. But I'm just feeling bad that this is what they are harnessing. Also, they get a lot of artists from certain states of the country. Okay, in Northeast there are so many states, right? So 1 or 2 states, they have a lot of musical talent. They're known for that. So they get a lot of talent from those states. They'll be in their early 20s. They would come here entirely on their trust, right? They would provide accommodation also. They will, of course, pay them a very minimal price. Their pay standards will be very low also. This company will put people in contracts. These young new people who come from different states, they will be put in contracts, and they won't be able to take any other gigs apart from them. That also, at least for 1 or 2 years, they won't be able to take any other gigs. They'll have to keep starving. They'll have to keep waiting for payments which won't come for months, 6 months, etc. And it is like complete exploitation of young talent, young musical talent. Now all these people who come from different states won't know the language, so when they are exploited, they won't be able to seek help from people. They won't be able to approach cops that easily. They won't know anybody here that well who they can seek help from. They'll be at a very, very helpless, vulnerable state. I know so many of those artists here who are going through this, and they don't know how to seek help, what they can do, right? That is why this particular company is taking more advantage of them. They're purposefully getting these people from these states so that they can underpay them and delay their payments as long as they can, and these people won't be able to say anything. They are anyway of docile nature. They are completely screwed up. There's this another lady I used to perform with. She has a son also, right? She's a single mother, again depending on just these gigs, the gig money. She is absolutely helpless, very vulnerable. She doesn't know what to do now. She's just sort of given up, in that state of giving up. It's a lot of money that she's owed by them, more than 1 lakh, right? So this is the current situation of this entire thing that is going on. This one particular artist managing company. That's why I wanted to put this message out. Please understand who I'm talking about, which company I'm talking about. Please know that, and be careful when you work with these people. Now the fault is in us also. It's not entirely theirs. The fault is in us, because we have only enabled such artist managers by not calling them out in the beginning itself and being okay with such kind of behavior to a point where it has become their pattern and it has become their habit, where they have taken artists completely for granted. And by taking their work again and again, in spite of such behavior, we've still kept on working with them. We've still kept on taking their things. So it's time you take your power back. And not just for this particular artist managing company, even for other companies who are there that you come across in the future, that you want to work with in the future. If you see some kind of delays like this beyond 2 months, beyond the regular period, the regular billing cycle of 45 days, if it goes way too much beyond that and it happens more than twice, then you need to call it out and make a very clear cut communication. Communicate with them formally, professionally, with a lot of clarity, and make them understand that it's not going to work like that, and pull yourself out of it. Basically withdraw yourself out, and do not work with such companies who sort of have this kind of a pattern. Now, particularly for this company, they are not used to seeing artists stand up for them, artists calling them out, artists asking for their rights and showing some courage. They're not used to seeing a lot of that. So that is why at this point of time, if they see artists doing this, they'll naturally have a narrative for them. Like even for me, they know me from a very long time, 8-10 years. They know what kind of content I post, what kind of work I do. They know me very well. But they have never spoken about me, right? They've never had anything negative to talk about me. But at this point of time, if they have a negative narrative about me, that is only because now we are standing up to them. Till now, we never spoke much. Even after these delays over these so many years, all the artists never spoke up so much, or never confronted them, called them out and all. But now that people are doing this, they will naturally have a narrative on those artists. So I actually want to ask people for help, in the sense, if people can put us in contact with any kind of organization, any kind of governing body, any kind of company which can help these other artists get their money back. Their money is still stuck with them, right? A lot of money is still stuck with them, and if somebody can help us, show us the right way as to how they can go about it, it will really be of a lot of help. If you happen to catch this person anywhere, at his place, in his office, or anywhere, please make sure you get your 100% payment there and then. Do not settle for a 50%, 80%, etc., because that is when they will get time to formulate a plan to not pay you the rest of the amount. I'm talking from my personal experience. That is what they will plan to do, because at this point they are in such a financial crisis that they will want to cut out as much costs as they can, right? So if they give you a 80%, 70%, and you give them time, a week, will settle it after a week, their brains will start working, okay? Their gears will start working in a way where they will immediately start formulating a plan as to making some excuse that you were here, you were there, that was not right, this was not right, the bill was cancelled, and we are not going to pay you the leftover amount, sorry. Some kind of an excuse they can make, which is what they did with me, right? So that is one thing. And advice if I want to give to those artists, I would say take legal help. Go in a group to the cop station or something. Don't go alone, because a lot of times when you go as a single person, they don't take you very seriously. Go as a bunch where people also can speak the local language. And when you have 5-6 testimonies, a lot of stories put together saying the same thing, then it becomes a solid case, and then the cops also will have enough proof to do something. Because you know how the legal system is in India, a lot of corruption goes, so you need to make a solid case to get the things out. You have a lot of power in your hands, you're just not exercising it out of some kind of fear, intimidation, thinking that you will have a bad name or whatever, but it's not like that. If this actually happens and you happen to lose all of your money, then that is what is going to be the worst thing. Don't let that happen, and don't do charity for such kind of companies. We are not here to do charity. And this is basically a full moon message. Tonight is a full moon, and I was urged to speak about this today. Okay, this entire incident has been happening since so long, but the whole episode, the whole dealings, all these things have been going on since 2 months now. It happened in May. And I was thinking I'll speak about it, and I was very busy also, which is why I could not make a video. But I was concerned because even today, before making this video, I asked someone and they said the same thing, that the payment has not been cleared. So that is why I was like, okay, all the information was here only. My throat chakra just opened up today and I had to gush out this information.